Welcome back to the Bronc Stampede. I'm Caleb Keller.
And I'm Marissa Berneman. Prom is an exciting moment for high schoolers, and it gives them a chance to dress up and show off their saucy dance moves.
Let's take a look at how this year's prom went.
What was your prom preparations?
Went to Carly McClure's house, had a couple snacks, and got ready with the fam.
Getting the tux on.
That's what you did all day?
I got the tux on, yep.
Stressing for like 4 hours, then getting ready in like 20 minutes.
Jenna and I woke up in the morning and we took a bath.
Well, I got ready at my house and then we went to Talia's house and had a party there before we went to prom, and yeah.
I went to Connor Jorgensen's house and put my nice tux on and got my nice Jordans on, and then the girls came over and took some nice pictures, and the family was there and had some nice dinner, and then that's when we left for prom.
We got back from soccer and went home and got my suit and stuff, showered, and then went to dinner before prom. Ate and then got ready and left.
We went and danced for a little bit, and then left and hung out with some friends.
Danced a lot.
Same.
We danced and had a good time.
Did you stay there for long?
Yes.
Did the Grand March and went to the dance.
What did you do after prom?
I went to a friend's house, hung out, stayed the night.
As much as you can say. There's not really a whole lot I can say.
Danced a lot.
I went to Taco Bell.
Went to the bowling alley for a little bit, but then after that I went to Brian Gonda's house and just hung out there for a while.
We went to the bowling alley, and then we had a bonfire, and then we went to my house, so we had like about 6 after prom, so it was pretty fun.
Was prom a dub?
Was a dub, a win.
You do a dance move.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
This year, Sheridan High School experienced a peaceful walkout for a purpose that is important to a lot of students. The walkout protested gun violence in school and invigorated students to feel involved.
Let's have Shelby give us a closer look at the protest.
Today is Friday, April 20th, which is the 19th anniversary of the Columbine shooting, and today high schools all around the nation are having a scheduled walkout at 10 a.m. where students get up and leave class and stand outside of their high school buildings and protest for stricter gun control laws, not just to remember those that died in the Columbine shooting, but also to honor those that have died in the many school shootings that we've had just this year. Many Sheridan High School students are participating in this, so we wanted to get their input on what the cause means to them and what they're expecting to see at Sheridan High School's walkout.
Especially in Sheridan, Wyoming, for the walkout, we want it to be so people to realize what our actual opinions are, because people are so polarized in this issue and they believe that we have opinions that aren't actually our own. So having the walkout will not only show that we're supporting this nationally, but actually bring sentiments that we're against school violence, not against the Second Amendment.
To me, it's really about showing our own civic engagement and showing people that we are not going to take, just because Wyoming is a very conservative state and there are a lot of people who are very in support of the Second Amendment, which is completely fine. And so really this walkout to me is to remember the real point of this movement, which is against bringing guns into schools and against gun violence and not necessarily against guns. So walkouts like this is to show that there are people in Wyoming who have stances against guns in schools while clarifying the movement and why we're walking. So
I'm here not necessarily because of gun control, but I think mental health for people who need it would really help keep our schools safe. And I'm against people bringing weapons into the school. I think our school needs to have more safety and better regulations for not only the students, but the parents of the students. They send us to school so we can learn not to fear for our lives.
I don't have a standpoint. I support students, and if they have a belief in something that we can try to provide some support in some way or the other, then we're going to do that. So I don't have a position on it. I don't have a standpoint on it. My job is to make sure that whatever happens here is done in a educationally productive way.
Whenever I talk to people, they're like, oh, so you're like against the Second Amendment. I'm like, no, I fully support it, but we're just here to stand up against the school violence because we have the right to life as much as we have the right to the Second Amendment.
The staff was really supportive of having the walkout. Like, we didn't need too much backlash from the staff. I wish that at the junior high they would have been more supportive of those students, because I do think it's extremely important for teachers to support civic engagement in students, and I think that our faculty has done a really good job with that. We've definitely created some stir, I guess. Here it's not as big because there's not like as much publicity, but a few weeks ago we had the March for Our Lives, and there was a lot of backlash from that. So I think really, even though there's still a lot of backlash, there were a lot of people stepping forward in support too. So I think the important thing is that we're getting people to talk about it, and if even like one more person in this crowd votes than what the turnout would have been before, then we've like created enough stir to justify like this movement.
My job as a building principal is to make sure that student safety is at the top of our list, and then after that it's about supporting our students in their causes. So being a former AP government teacher for 17 years, I get it, and I think that it's a good thing for students to have opinions on topics. I hope that we can do this and make this go as smoothly as possible.
SHS spring sports are coming to a close.
Let's hit the ground running with outdoor track.
This season has seen improvement as compared to previous years. Is it because of the team chemistry or the new coaching staff, or could it be the raw talent of our outstanding athletes? Let's take a closer look.
The track season has gone really, really well. We've had so many great meets and so many good performances, probably the best we've had in many, many years.
It's going pretty good. We just came off the regional championship, and that's very exciting from like where we've come in the last 3 years. And it's just the team's really come together within this last season.
Good. We just got off of our regional meet down in Cheyenne. The boys won our first regional title, and then our girls were second place.
Probably my biggest accomplishment would be that I PR'd in my 800 down in California, so I qualified for Arcadia.
I just recently broke the school's 27-year-old discus record, so that was pretty cool to do.
I think this year we've got athletes that are really committed to the program, to each other, and to just getting better. I think that, you know, our improvement is really remarkable because of that dedication the athletes seem to have this year.
We're really motivated to get better, and we improve every practice.
Our focus is on just doing the best we possibly can at the state meet, and trying to be as competitive as we possibly can, and reaching our overall goal.
Probably the challenges in Wyoming is the weather, and that we just have to deal with it because everyone else does too.
Definitely say I have some weaknesses, like not a lot of people would understand, but in the throws, sometimes I need to go a little quicker throughout the ring or pick up my foot speed in the middle. It's just stuff I need to fix.
Weather, of course. Living in Wyoming with, it can be rain, it can be snow, it can be wind, it can be, 80 degrees and then 50 degrees the next minute. Injuries, we've had a lot of shin splints this year that we've been really dealing with. So trying to keep kids healthy.
And then we always want to make sure that kids are healthy and able to perform at their very best, and those are the biggest challenges we face.
The whole team is just like all in it together.
Compared to my freshman and sophomore year, it's way better because there's more people out, it's more exciting, it's just way more fun in general, and everyone's having a lot more fun.
Usually we're getting first and second in every track meet, so that's awesome.
I'll take this from a personal aspect. Some of my strengths is I can just throw heavy stuff really far. I don't know, it's a natural talent.
Wow, great job, everybody. Let's do it again next year. Take it back to Caleb.
Although track seems to be having an amazing season, I know of another sport doing just as well.
Well, Caleb, why don't you take care of that one? Let me catch my breath.
I guess I could do that for you. So how's the season looking so far?
Good. We're playing well. We have a lot of team chemistry. It's going good.
It's going well. I think we're improving pretty much every day. That's something awesome. There's a bunch of younger guys who are willing to go out day in and day out and just go work, and that's exciting for me to be a part of, for sure. But yeah, we're 5-3 right now, starting off the season pretty good. But it's a long season. We have about 65 games about. So it's really an endurance race. But for sure, I think we have a good start and we continue to get better.
It's going pretty good so far. We're working hard. We're 5-3, I think. We've been in every game we've played. We've been in it and we've been close. We've lost a couple late ones. So far, so good. I like what I see.
So how's the team chemistry this year?
Good, because like we've all last year pretty much the whole team is the Jets plus some seniors. So that whole team did really good in state, and we were all pretty close. So yeah.
It's going pretty well so far. Like I said, we have 65 games or so we're going to be spending a lot of time together.
I think it's really good. I mean, even for a young team like we are, the team chemistry is really good so far this year too.
We bond. We usually go out to eat all the time together and stuff after practice.
I know we got each other's backs. We trust each other. We trust each other next to us. We know we can come to each other with a problem no matter what, and the whole team will be there with each other.
Okay, so what are the strengths of the troopers?
The youth. Fielding-wise, we're really good, I think.
Strengths are, I like our pitching so far. We're throwing strikes, being aggressive in the strike zone so that we're making the other team put the balls in play.
As a team, we always come together no matter what. And like today, we got into a 7-0 hole, but we stuck together, and our team chemistry was strong throughout, and that's how it's been throughout the season, even if we've been down early on in the games.
So how's the coaching staff this season?
It's good. Phil's working us hard. He's doing what we need to do to get better.
Coaching is really good. You know, Phil knows what he's doing. He was in the league a long time, so he knows what he's doing, and he pushes us to go every day, which really helps us to, get better and get rid of all of our errors and mistakes.
The coaching is great. I think Phil is very knowledgeable. He knows what he's doing. He really wants to see us succeed, and that's a huge part of having a great coach, and he really cares about us. And I mean, we spend a lot of time together, all of us. And so you gotta be able to work and understand each other. But Phil is a very great coach.
I like Phil as a coach. I think he's great. He's already taught me a lot about baseball and the game. I'm not much of a pitcher, but he's trying to teach me a little bit about it. So,
Ben is a really good coach. This is my first year here, and I really like him a lot so far. He's funny, and he likes to communicate with us, and he's overall a good coach.
Phil's a great guy. He knows a lot about baseball, and he's really loose. He likes to keep it loose, but he also knows when to kind of put the hammer down and get us locked in. So, yeah, he does a really good job of balancing his serious and his kind of less serious side.
All right, final question. If you're going 70 miles per hour,
Are you really asking this question?
how long does it take you to go 350 miles?
This is cancer. 1 hour.
5 hours.
Peace. Miles. 5.
4.5.
Oh, 5 hours?
Yeah. Austin got it wrong. Take you out.
Wow, I guess some of you guys can't even do basic math.
That's in the past, Marissa. Let's focus on something better than the inability of my team to do math.
All right, let's put that behind us and check out some of the finer arts.
Let's see it.
Hello, I'm Ken Benich, and today we're going to be painting a beautiful spring season mountainside nature scene. Today we're going to start off with some nice clouds. We're going to take our nice wide fan brush and we're going to dip it in our white paint. We're going to begin by making large circular strokes. There we go. Now we're going to draw a nice evening sun. So we're going to add a little bit of red on the horizon line. Now we haven't drawn our horizon line yet, but we're going to come over to the side. We're going to take our nice red and we're just going to draw over here. That's a brown. Solid circular motions. All right, we'll put this down for now and let's start painting our mountains. We're going to build the very back of the mountainside. How we're going to achieve this is we're going to bring out a paint knife. Now there's a wide variety of paint knives available to you. I prefer this style. Just like this. A nice, it's beautiful. Oh, there it goes. It's okay, children. Sometimes in life, you just have to start over. Why did you shoot? Yes, just like this. That's it, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Wow, that was awesome.
Agreed, but let's get serious for a minute. Around Sheridan, there are a lot of nonprofit organizations that serve a lot of purposes. I took a look at one specific organization that focuses on placing role models for children throughout the community and in schools.
Here's a quick overview of this organization named Compass.
Our Parent Liaison program has made a huge impact on our learning community. I'll give you one example. We had recently a family came in, and they came in from out of state, and this family was escaping a domestic situation that wasn't a good situation. They came to Sheridan with the hopes that family would help their situation. That family in this instance then immediately moved, and our parent liaison swooped in. She found them a hotel. Beyond that, we got her child in school. Her child had never been in school before. She immediately welcomed the idea of coming into our school and being engaged. We then went on to find her a home where this lady now comes into our school and eats lunch with her daughter, brings in her younger siblings, and feels welcome in our school.
Parent liaison is just vital at helping parents who are not as comfortable coming into a school or that may have children with special needs or are just having a difficult time communicating their thoughts and feelings, and it takes the pressure off of the parents.
I began working with Beth when we moved here in 2015. I was a single parent moving here into Sheridan. We started at Woodland Park and she contacted us.
It helped me have faith in the fact that they were trying to do what was best for my son. With so many kids, it's hard to know what is going on when Adam feels that he has been, I guess, disrespected or slighted, and I don't know the whole situation that's going on with the school. She's been really helpful facilitating the relationship back and forth. If I have questions and I can't be there, she will call me and say, hey, I went and I asked around. This is the story we're getting. Maybe we can set up a meeting and get together.
I've seen it help them in so many ways. Katie, she was a kindergarten when we moved here, and she blossomed. She just really did blossom. And then as Kylie progressed into kindergarten, now she's in first grade, both of them on top of their classes. Their teachers just comment on how well that they're just leaders in their class. And coming from, we come from the reservation where you find reservation children are a little more timid coming into a new school system, and they have just thrived because of all the programs that the parent liaison program provided. So
one, he's made more friends, which for him is a really big thing. This year will be the first birthday party where he actually has school friends coming.
Through partnering with the parent liaison program, I have found that working with those clients is a lot less labor intensive, because the parent liaisons are very knowledgeable about what resources do exist and are able to connect them to most of the resources before we see them, which is very helpful in order to get these people connected in a timely way.
I've seen a dramatic reduction in the amount of attendance referrals, sort of low-level neglect referrals, families that may be struggling. We're not getting those referrals anymore. It seems like the school is handling those, and the referrals we get are really the more serious abuse and neglect cases, which are much more appropriate for us to intervene in.
I would like to say I think this is one of the best programs this community has for helping our children to be successful.
There is no other agency that does the work that this program is doing, and without it, the families and the children that struggle most in our community would not have access to someone to help them navigate their school system.
This is probably one of the better programs, the best program that I've actually been involved in, as far as giving myself hope. I mean, when we first moved here, we had no hope. I had no hope. I mean, it was me coming to a new community, and I honestly can say that this program gave me hope in just being a parent, being a community member.
This is a impactful program. It has layers upon layers of what our parent liaisons can do. They can support educationally, they can support academically, they can support domestic situations, and it is 100% a liaison model. Honestly, I am amazed at what it has allowed our families and relationship building between the school and families. It's a wonderful program, and it makes a difference in the lives of our kids.
Well, that seems to wrap up this issue of the Bronc Stampede.
It seems so. Well, this is my final farewell to our viewers. My name is Caleb Keller.
And I'm Marissa Berneman. We'll leave you with a forecast for the summer.
Well, the weather here in Sheridan today, beautiful, sunshiny day, expecting it to be dark tonight, so be prepared for that. Temperature tomorrow is going to be probably up in the 60s and then dropping off to the 20s, 30s. Got a cold front working up over here in the northern Pacific, going to kind of roll down on top of us, so be prepared for that. Other than that, sunshine today, darkness tonight, and then hopefully another great day tomorrow. Hey, hang in there. Thanks.